Here they come!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Here They Come, the USTA's podcast. I'm Jonathan Marsh.
And I'm Kate Lockhart.
I'd like to start things off with an update on the Lebanon Raceway. There was a fire recently, you might have heard, and a lot of people are continuing to pull together and help out what's been going on over there. At Pompano, Kate mentioned last week that there was some stuff going on, just a big fundraising. A total donation of cash, horses, and merchandise valued at more than $20,000 was pulled together to help out.
Yeah, and Tioga Downs, Vernon Downs, Jeff Corral, and the Southern Tier Harness Horsemen's Association have all come together to donate $7,000 to the Lebanon Horsemen's Disaster Relief Fund.
Also, the VIP stable is going to be auctioning off several of the partnership shares to let people raise some more money for that relief fund. If you're interested, you can go to vipstable.com to check that out. That runs through the 20th of December at 9 p.m. That'll end.
Nicole Kraft caught up with Susie Wilson of Lebanon Raceway, and she mentioned it's just been an unbelievable outpouring of support they've received from the industry, that there's more than enough items for everyone, and that it's so much so, in fact, that Lebanon right now is focusing just on cataloging everything they've received to make sure they can best disseminate it to those horsemen that have been affected by the fire. All right, well, the USTA Awards are going to take place on February 28th at Yonkers Raceway, and we've already had some of those announced. The driver and trainer of the year have been announced. Driver is Brian Sears, and the trainer is Greg Peck, both for their work with Muscle Hill. Certainly was a fantastic season for them.
Mm-hmm. The Rising Star Award is going to be going to Jordan Stratton, and the Breakthrough Award is going to go to Adam Bowden.
Yeah, Adam has been a great force in the industry in the past few years. I don't know if you've seen, but he's got a fantastic blog on their website, Diamond Creek Farms, where he talks about what's going on at the farm, his approach to breeding in general, and I really look forward to some breeding columns he's going to be doing for Hoofbeats in the coming year.
I thought it was kind of interesting. He didn't start out in the industry. He was going towards biology, it sounded like, when he got out of college, and they bought that big farm and turned it into what it is.
Yeah, now he's got a great operation down there.
Well, Arlene and Jules Siegel, they won the Owners of the Year award. They're from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and their top horse was Broadway Schooner, who won the Hambletonian Oaks as well as the Breeders' Crown for her division. So they did well with her this year. Another award that was announced was a Good Guy Award, which went to Mike Gulotta of Deo Valente Farms, and he's sort of been all over the place this year. There was a great feature on him in Hoofbeats in the April issue, but he also has just been appointed to the transition team for the new governor of New Jersey to sort of provide some input on the racing industry there. And Nicole Kraft caught up with him earlier to ask him a few questions about what he's been up to and to talk more about his winning the award.
Well, Mike Gulotta, it is always a pleasure to talk with you, and congratulations. Just great honor from the Harness Raiders. Tell me about that. How did you find out about that, and what did you feel like when you found that you'd been honored as a good guy, named after Bill Houghton, of all people?
I was very surprised, and I'm humbled, actually.
Well, the award came, of course, from your involvement in many areas, but most recently with the Christie campaign, who is now governor-elect of New Jersey, and you were very involved in that. Why did you get so involved in the Christie campaign? Why was it important for harness racing that our sport have a presence there?
Well, I think, even broader than harness racing, I think the state of New Jersey needs strong leadership. It needs focused leadership. I'm very impressed with his intelligence, impressed with his candor, his resolve to make New Jersey a better place. He's very supportive of a healthy and a vibrant and a competitive horse racing and breeding industry in New Jersey. He wants to see a vibrant and competitive horse racing and breeding industry, that he's going to be a good friend of the industries as well.
When you've gotten even more involved now after the campaign, of course, with your appointment to the transition team in relation to gaming, sports, and entertainment, what do you see as your role in that part of the team?
Well, first of all, I'm really honored. I'm really excited. So I think my role is to leverage on my experience, which is, fairly unique in the sense that it's got that combination of prior governmental work, introduce somewhat creative solutions. Whenever you work on a team, I think it's important to be collaborative and important to understand, everyone's interests.
Well, you work on another team, of course, that of Deo Valente. I had the distinct pleasure of visiting out there. It's an absolutely beautiful farm. How's everything? How is everything at Deo Valente? Got some great horses, Tell All, Worldly Beauty, are both there. What's going on at the farm now?
Oh, we've just added a few stars to our roster. Last week, for example, we bought Queen Serene, who is a wonderful trotting mare. She's in foal to Muscles Yankee. Her maternal lineage goes back to, I believe it's the granddam of Valley Victory. So, and then we also bought a yearling full sister to Donato Hanover, and we bought another stakes winner named BJ's Canawan. We're going to breed her. Really well-bred horses. Not big numbers, just big quality.
Well, Mike Gulotta, it is an absolute pleasure to speak with you. We wish you the heartiest of congratulations on your Good Guy Award, and we look forward to seeing you at Yonkers in February.
Well, it's a pleasure to speak with you as well, and thank you very much for this.
And speaking of luck, Lucky Jim is back in training for the Millers. Ken Weingartner caught up with Julie Miller and asked a couple of questions about the horse. And she said he's training. She's hoping to get him ready to qualify in March. And if all goes well, they're going to consider sending him to the Elite Lop in Sweden.
Well, that's good. It'd be great if an American horse could win. It's been a little while since that happened.
It has, and she's not making any guarantees. But she said, if all goes well, if he has a season in 2010 like he did in 2009, that's the plan. Andy Miller was the regular driver on Lucky Jim and had a great time driving him that season. And there were a number of drivers who had fantastic seasons in 2009. And Nicole Kraft spoke with Bob Hollywood Heyden for the Hollywood Minute, brought to you by Hoofbeats Magazine, about some driver milestones.
It's always a pleasure to be here with Bob Heyden. How's everything with you, Bob?
Very, very good. And getting ready for the 2010 season. We open right off the bat on January 1st at the Meadowlands.
And it will be an exciting time at the Meadowlands. These drivers, boy, they have stayed busy even though the Meadowlands has been closed. Let's talk a little bit about some driver stats. I see that Jody Jameson's gone over 5,000 wins. Mike Wilder's gone over 5,000 wins. What have the drivers been up to?
Yeah, Jody Jameson's going to hit 800 or so. He's already got the Canadian record. He's also going to lead North America. Now, the last 3 years, it took over 1,080 wins to lead, so he picked a pretty good year in 2009. It's kind of odd, too, to see the leading dash-winning driver with some top colts, Federal Flex, Santana Blue Chip. Tony Morgan has become the first driver to hit 7,000 wins in a single decade. He's also set the record for drives, over 31,000. Cat Manzi prior had that in the 90s. Brian Sears, another big year, first Hambo, hit 90 and 100 million in the same season. Ron Pierce with 6 straight $11 million years. No one else has done that. Now, Tim Tetrick this year, he's got the 4th biggest season ever. Already owns the top 2. And if this keeps up at this pace for him, he's actually going to hit 100 million prior to turning 30, which would be November 22nd, 2011. He's at 73.7 million as we speak and counting. So Tim Tetrick on the fast track where no one else has gone before. Cat Manzi, can he keep this going? He's 59 years old. He's going to fall a little bit shy of 30,000 drives again. He's heading towards 14,000 wins, and Cat Manzi is the busiest man in the history of the sport, over 85,000 assignments and counting.
Well, no doubt these drivers have been amazing, just incredible consistency. And speaking of consistency, we want to see if you can keep up your streak. We have a gentleman by the name of Bob Lewis out in Newport, New York, and he has a question he'd like to try to stump you with. His question is, who was the first trotter to break 3 minutes?
I know this. It's a horse called Star Pointer. Way, way, way back ago.
Well, it was indeed way back ago in 1806, but it wasn't Star Pointer. It was a horse named Yankee Inn, who trotted in 2:59 in Harlem, New York. So Bob Lewis did succeed.
I'm going to demand the video on that.
Bob did succeed in stumping Bob, and he'll be receiving a USTA prize package. But Bob, I can't thank you enough for all you do for us and for being part of the show, and we certainly wish you a very nice holiday.
Okay, great, and we'll see you shortly.
Wow, I can't believe someone already stumped Bob. This was his first go-around, but someone came through and pulled it off. If you think you have a question that can stump Hollywood Heyden, you can send your question to hoofbeats@ustrotting.com, and you could win a USTA prize package.
All right, well, Jonathan, there's actually one more USHWA award we need to mention. Fran Azur was selected as the 2009 Unsung Hero Award winner by USHWA. Fran decided in 2009 to put his money where his heart is and actually wrote a check for $20,000 for his hometown fair in Barton, Vermont.
Yeah, Kate, it's really good that Fran was able to help out with harness racing that way. And we've got some people to thank.
Yeah, we'd like to thank Mike Gulotta for his interview, and also Bob Hollywood Heyden for stopping by for the Hollywood Minute. Also like to thank Nicole Kraft for conducting those interviews and Rich Johnson, our producer.
This has been Here They Come. I'm Jonathan Marsh.
And I'm Kate Lockhart.
We won't be up and running next week, but we'll be back New Year's Eve if you want to check us out then. Until then, have a wonderful holiday from all of us here at the USTA.